All right, welcome back to the Malapert Smart Podcast. Oh, wait, guys, actually, I'm receiving an incoming transmission. Yep, let me patch this through. Let's see who it is.
Guys, it's me. It's Kayhan. I'm back. I gotta take my show back. This AI experiment, it didn't work out. It was bad. Sorry, Mr. AI, but I'm gonna have to dismiss you. You did a good job. You tried, I guess, but it's probably just because I got one of those shitty AIs from China, the cheap ones. I couldn't afford a good one. This AI was so bad. Man, you should see some of. Let me play you some of the videos. Goodbye, Mr. AI. By the way, that's the last we'll see of him.
But he just virtually just started.
Let's watch this video of our AI. This guy was supposed to have the same personality as me and act like me.
Or even in NBA. I mean, wait a second. Draymond Green knocked out Jordan Poole. That's way worse than whatever happened.
Oh well, yeah. Well, he got suspended for that. But anyways, it wasn't his own.
Fine,
it wasn't his own. It wasn't his own teammate. But okay.
His own teammates. Yes. What are you talking about? Draymond Green and Jordan Poole are teammates. They were teammates.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. That's just one. You want to hear? Yeah. Here's another one. Here's another mistake.
Jimmy and Solo showed up.
Oh yeah, I remember
Jimmy and Solo showed up to help Jey Uso.
No, why would they help Jey?
Wait, why help Jey Uso?
No, they helped
to screw Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Yes. This poor AI is confused.
Oh yes. You're right. I am confused. Jey Uso isn't in the bloodline anymore.
No.
Okay. I get it now.
Yes.
Well, since we're saying goodbye to the AI, I have a couple more funny clips. It's not about the fact that there's violence. It's about the fact that there's a psycho guy, and you don't know what he's gonna do. Like, you guys ever been like at a liquor store and there's like a fucking schizophrenic guy or something, or a drunk guy? You don't know. Come on, I wouldn't say things like this, Vlad. And then how about the way he opens the show when he goes, "All right, welcome back to the
I don't sound like that.
Podcast." Do I sound like that? Come on.
Kind of. I thought you did.
I just blamed it on the virtual ganja.
Yes.
Yes,
okay.
I know. Well, all is well with the world, Kayhan.
Well, we got Kayhan back. We've sent the virtual AI back to virtual land, and we got the real deal now back with us.
Yeah, man, my Mark show didn't work out. I haven't even released the first episode yet. Legal reasons, some crazy things happened. But so yeah, as I was saying, my Mark show was a terrible disaster. I'm still gonna release the first episode that we recorded, but I gotta wait for some things to pass because something strange happened on the show. You'll find out eventually. But I mean, if you want a preview, I have like the first few minutes of it. If you guys are interested to this first guy who came on my show, he broke kayfabe immediately. Basically, he didn't last like 5 minutes, and I had to kick him off the show because that was the rule of the show, that we don't break kayfabe. And
who was on the show?
Here, let me show you some of it.
Oh gosh.
A preview of the Monster Mark podcast.
This must have been something.
All right, welcome to the first episode of the Monster Mark podcast. This is an idea that I've had for a long time. I used to host another wrestling podcast on this podcast network, the Quantum Flux Podcast Network. Also a network that I started. And in a way, I'm very proud of the work that I did on that show. We gained a lot of followers across the various platforms. But I also felt an emptiness about the nature of the show. I personally think we should all treat the wrestling business that we love seriously. That being said, I'm only going to say this once in the introduction to this show. There's only one rule here on the Monster Mark podcast. We do not break kayfabe. We do not talk about wrestling like it's phony bullshit, because it's not. So, God forbid, but if this ever does happen, we have a general manager here. It's Monster Mark, and he has only one job. to throw you off the show if you sell out the business. No warnings, one time, and you're out. You're done forever. Simple as that. Now, with that out of the way, one of my good friends, Steve, has agreed to co-host this show with me, and I've already explained the rule to him. And I think I have him on the line right now via Zoom. Steve, you there?
Yes, Kayhan. I am here. Thank you for having me. This is certainly exciting. First episode.
Yes, premiere episode. It's an important day in the history of this podcast. I hope you're ready to do this.
Oh, I'm ready to talk wrestling. You wouldn't believe the day I had. I had non-stop stress at work. There were customers that were just up my...
Yeah. I gotta stop you right there. We gotta keep the pace on the show moving. I can't let it lag. We're gonna lose listeners, and the fans are here to listen to wrestling. Let's stick to wrestling. Try to keep your personal life out of it, please.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Let's get started.
Nothing but wrestling.
We're gonna pull up our TV. We're going to get our feet wet by covering the last episode of AEW Dynamite from April 3rd, 2024, Wednesday night, if you didn't already guess that. I know it's WrestleMania week, but...
Vlad, what are you saying?
I said this. You wanted him to stick with kayfabe by showing him AEW. That's like the worst. That's like the worst thing you could possibly do to a human being.
WrestleMania is being covered to death by everyone, so we're going to do it a little different here.
WrestleMania was covered to death for the week I recorded this, so we were going to do AEW. That was the plan, at least, but it didn't come off. We fucking fucked up in the first segment.
This week on the Monster Mark podcast. So, Dynamite started this week with Adam Copeland, the TNT champion, coming out and speaking in the ring about his love of wrestling. Let's take a listen.
I am a fan of pro wrestling.
Hell yeah.
I watch WWF.
Fucking wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not the reason to boo, man. You're missing the point on this. This is to celebrate all of it. I watched NWA. I watched Stampede Wrestling out of Calgary. I watched Owen Hart start his career. Pretty damn cool.
Oh, yeah. Owen Hart. Great worker.
You see?
Wait, hold on.
Oh, you already messed up.
What are you doing?
What did I think? He's a great worker?
You can't say that. He's a great wrestler.
Well, yeah. Same thing.
Oh my god, dude. Didn't we talk about this when I invited you to do the show? This is not that kind of wrestling show. If you want to sell out the business and talk about it like it's phony bullshit, you can go on literally any other wrestling podcast. We do not break kayfabe here.
Kayfabe?
Yes, you can't call the wrestlers workers. They're wrestlers or warriors. If you call them workers, it makes it sound like they're just working, like the business is a work. You're making it sound like it's fake, phony bullshit.
But it is fake, phony bullshit.
What the fuck? Get the fuck off my show. Who the hell does this guy think he is? Wrestling is not fake, phony bullshit. You're fake, phony bullshit. You motherfucker. Fuck you. Don't ever call me again.
Sorry about that.
Well, I was trying to take
I can't believe I thought we were friends.
Anyways, there you go, guys.
All
That's
right.
a little preview of the Monster Mark podcast where we don't break kayfabe over there.
That was pretty hilarious.
I still might do the show. I still might do it, but I'm gonna do this one too. All right, we can.
I think you might have to do it solo because I don't think anybody
I'm just saying, like I think the fact that you even use the word kayfabe, aren't you already breaking kayfabe?
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that like a not allowed word? But
well, we have to set up the show though. We have to set up the environment. I guess I had to explain that at least. But
got it.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. We'll see. I might try it again eventually, but for right now, I could do this one too. Fuck it, you know. Plus, the ratings went in the tank since I started with the AI host. Like, we lost subscribers. We didn't gain any subscribers. I thought people would be interested in it. I thought they'd be like, oh, whoa, interesting. AI host. Wow, let's see what happens. But nobody cared. I guess people like me more. Kayhan.
They want the real thing.
They want the real one.
Well, the real Kayhan is back. We're going to do the Malapert Smart thing. We're going to sell out the business here. We're going to talk about it like it's fake, phony bullshit. But what are you going to do? Even Jim Cornette at this point has fucking broken kayfabe. So at that point, what does it fucking matter anymore, you know? The Undertaker's on his own podcast the next day after WrestleMania, and he's talking about the inner workings of this whole thing coming together. So what are you going to do? I guess people are interested in the backstage stuff about wrestling and the politics of everything. So we'll do this show too, all right? I'm back with you guys. Sorry I had to put you through that. I guess you guys went about 5 episodes with an AI.
Something like that.
Yeah, well.
It was fine. It was still enjoyable.
Yeah.
So you're saying it was fine. You're saying I wasn't needed.
Well,
I didn't say that, dude.
we thought he was you, basically. That's why we were like, well, you know, but virtual Kayhan, real Kayhan.
It was virtually you.
Yeah, it was like a virtual version of it. We were like, whatever. We'll go with it.
Yeah. Well, you guys are a good sport. You're a good sport. All right, so we're here to talk about wrestling. It's a wrestling podcast, the Malapert Smart podcast. Please like and subscribe if anyone's out there watching or listening on the audio podcast platforms. Also, you might catch us on social media. I've been spending time trying to get them TikToks going. So we put previews on there so people can at least be informed that we have new material or new content, new analysis from the wrestling expert and the Frozen Asian, the two mainstays here. By the way, if I didn't introduce you guys yet, I know we're already like 15 minutes into the show, but thank you for being on. Vlad, the wrestling expert, is here.
Always.
And Robert, the Frozen Asian.
Stop.
Yep, we just got done talking about the NBA playoffs while I was setting this show up. But Vlad's a big Laker fan. We're set here in LA, if anyone is curious about that. We're here in Los Angeles. So last year on this show when we first started, Vlad, we did talk some NBA. I mean, we try to stick to wrestling. Sure. I know these other podcasters talk about whatever they want on their show, so
anything.
Whatever. I mean, basketball, it's cool, but the Lakers are done. They're done-ski. At 1-0, I think they're done-ski.
Well, you might be right.
It's hard to argue that, but yeah.
It's hard to argue that because of who they're playing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, all right, so let's see what we could get out of wrestling for this week. Kind of a WrestleMania hangover, no? Do you guys feel that? Like after the amazing run they had at WrestleMania? Like this past week has been kind of not a letdown, but, you know, definitely it's not as hot as it was. You know, it's back to reality, back to real life, sort of, you know?
Yeah. But that's to be expected. Mm-hmm. That's to be expected. They can't maintain that for the whole year. The best stuff is usually the build to WrestleMania, right? For the most part, or historically. So it makes sense. All
right. Well, last week, on this podcast, I wasn't here, I guess, but you guys covered the Raw after WrestleMania as well as WrestleMania itself. So we can go to SmackDown, the SmackDown app from that week post WrestleMania, April 12th. Okay. I guess we'll just go through some things on this show and talk about what happened. Pull up the TV for you YouTube watchers. For the audio people, we'll try to describe what's going on best as we could. But yeah, so Cody Rhodes came out on SmackDown as the world champion, the WWE Universal Champion, as he's known now.
Cody Rhodes.
He's on both shows now. He's working hard, right?
Yep. So he's on both shows.
Came out to do a nice promo. He didn't get interrupted. He just got time to talk. So did his babyface thing. But this was pretty funny in the back when the Bloodline saw that Cody has his own locker room the way Roman used to, right? And Solo is looking at him, looking at that door with the American Nightmare sign, all pissed off. Paul Heyman's there. So this is the continuation of the Bloodline saga, I guess. Without Roman, for the moment. Roman wasn't here. I'll ask you guys your thoughts about that after we cover what happened on the show. But
and I'll take care of this. Hold on a minute. Listen to me, please, Solo. Winning and losing matters here. There are consequences to losing. We lost. That's the champ's locker room, and Cody Rhodes is the champion. If we want our locker room back, the title has to come home to the Bloodline. And that's by order of the tribal chief.
The tribal chief is still giving orders, huh? After losing.
Well, you know,
Losing the title.
Right. But he's still the tribal chief.
He hasn't lost the tribal chief title.
All right,
Yes.
so he still has some respect, I guess. But he's not here,
Right.
I guess. What do you make of him just kind of not coming after he lost the title?
I mean, it makes sense. Oh, sorry, Robert. You go ahead.
You go first.
Okay. No, I was just going to say, in a way, it makes sense. You know, he's licking his wounds type of thing. But we also know that
Licking his wounds.
You know, that he lost the title type of thing. You know, he's recovering from that mentally, you know, after
All
having
right.
it.
Yeah, I get it. I know. I feel you. I just wanted
But
one
of course,
one
we
you
also
guys
know
to
that
say it.
We also know that Roman's, you know, probably has it in his contract that he doesn't work a full schedule. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it, I guess I'll say.
Yeah, okay. And it gives these guys a chance to further their own stuff. As we'll see, Solo was very featured in this episode today. Pretty cool stuff. But I think before we get to that, well, they did talk in the ring. Paul Heyman went out and tried to... Do you guys remember how he tried to make excuses for Roman, I guess?
He did say
Somehow.
something to the fact that he was distracted or something, that he took things personal or something, or...
Yeah, so, okay, so they're trying to do that. So Roman's obviously still in the storyline. He's going to come back eventually.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see when he comes back. But this scene was significant because I think Solo is going to blame Jimmy Uso, right? For a lot of... But he got beat up on that day, too. But he does get in Jimmy's face and say that... But then he gives him a hug, right?
Yes.
And then he tells him he loves him. Before Jimmy gets blindsided by, I guess, Solo's other cousin or one of the Bloodline cousins.
Well, he's in... Yeah.
Tomatonga.
Yeah, I've heard of him for a long time.
He was part of he was part of Bullet Club in New Japan.
Ah, a resident Bullet Club New Japan expert,
Yeah.
Robert, with the contribution there. Okay. Well, yeah, but he looks good. Also, this was cool for Solo. He was
Very
like
good.
the Godfather here, and Paul Heyman's like, what the hell's going on? I mean, what do you make of them kicking out Jimmy now? I mean, first Jay's gone. They could have been like a big super stable with a bunch of family members. Jimmy is out of the Bloodline. What do you
Yeah.
guys make of that? Robert, do you have any comments about that?
So, I mean, I understand, bringing in new members to the Bloodline. I just don't understand the attack on Jimmy. I didn't know why that was necessary, but it looks like it's building up to a Bloodline civil war. That is what it looks like it's gonna, later on down the line. That's what it's building up to, a Bloodline civil war. Which is interesting because Tomatonga in New Japan was part of a Bullet Club civil war. So this would, if they do go down a Bloodline civil war, this would be like another civil war faction that he's involved in.
Yeah, that's probably where they got this from, New Japan. Oh, Heyman was grabbing his phone to call Roman, and Solo stepped on it. Is Solo gonna be like the tribal chief now or something, or what? Maybe he should be, because Roman can't get it done.
I didn't mention this in last week's episode when we were reviewing WrestleMania, but I did notice during Roman's match versus Cody, it looked like Solo was, at some point giving orders to Roman, like finish him, finish him off. Like he was yelling at Roman to finish Cody.
Yeah, exactly. So he should take over the Bloodline.
So I noticed that. I noticed that during the match. I was like, wow, he's actually giving orders to Roman, and this happens.
Well, Vlad, you got any comments about this segment? This was a pretty good segment, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, I like this a lot. I agree with Robert, that it's obviously some sort of civil war thing where Roman is not agreeable to these decisions that were made, or bringing in. I'm sorry, was it Tomatonga?
Tamatanga, yes.
Tomatonga. Which I believe is Haku's, right? Haku's son, Ming's son.
Interesting.
I forgot.
I believe that's what they said.
I think you're right. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't remember, but yeah, I think
So,
you're right.
yeah, I like it. I mean, obviously, these are going to be.
I love that shot of Jimmy fucking just dead on the floor.
But it begs the question: who else are they going to bring into this group, or what else is going to happen, and whose side is going to be with who, and what really is going to go on here? It's not really clear. Is The Rock going to get involved down the line with this thing? I mean, we expect Roman to come back and still say that he's the tribal chief, obviously. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. But yeah, remind me. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on his name. But who's the guy that we've heard really good things about? That's related to the Usos. He's their cousin in MLW.
Oh,
so they just signed
Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu, right? Everybody says
I know the name. I'm not too familiar with him because I never really watched MLW, but I know the name.
Yeah, well, I've heard that he's signed maybe with WWE is the word, and I mean I haven't really seen a lot of him either, but I've seen his look, and he looks phenomenal. So I mean, as far as if they're gonna throw him in maybe into this mix, that would be ideal because he looks great. I don't know which direction it's going to go, but I'm just guessing he's going to get involved in this as well if he signed with the WWE, like you're saying. So, yeah.
Interesting. I think I heard a rumor about that, but we'll see if it happens or when it happens.
I mean, I don't know anything. I'm just saying this.
But Solo versus Roman sounds like an interesting proposal, no?
Yes, actually. Yes. It would be very interesting if they had a feud, of course.
It would be a good way to get Roman, kind of keep him busy so he doesn't really have to go after Cody. It would give Roman some time to let Cody be champion, spend a year or something.
You think
fighting off some other contender as well?
It'd be easy for Roman to be like the face. I mean, it seemed like I think it would be rather easy based on the fact that on last SmackDown, people were already like, we want Roman, type of thing when Solo and
that
was out there. So I think it would be an easy thing because for the most part, even though Roman was the heel for the past couple of years, he was insanely popular as a heel, right? So it'd be quite easy, probably to turn him face if they needed to.
All right, well, let's move on with the SmackDown. See what else I have bookmarked. It's another segment with Solo just being very intimidating to Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman freaking out in the back.
Paul Heyman
going on.
We're aces. The best. The faces were incredible.
Yes. All right, so I'm interested to see where it goes, but we'll see when Roman's going to come back. The last thing on this show, I think, was a triple threat with AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, and Kevin Owens, where AJ won with the Avalanche Styles clash off the top rope onto Kevin Owens.
Very cool looking move.
Yeah, poor Rey Mysterio took that one. That was really cool looking. But yeah, so that's
actually also poor Kevin Owens had to say
right?
he had to take some brunt of something too. But anyways, yes, both of them. But
it's gonna be AJ and LA Knight again in a rematch for the number one contender spot for the which title? The World Heavyweight title?
The Universal title.
The Universal title.
Cody Rhodes.
Title. So
okay. All right. Well, that's that. All right. So let me move on to Monday Night Raw. Let's see what else may have happened over there. Oh, this was what Robert texted in the group chat that maybe we should talk about is Rhea Ripley getting injured off of Liv Morgan. I guess she slammed her into a wall and broke her arm by accident. So
is that what happened? Is that what they're saying happened? Is that like legit?
When they showed the replays, I was trying to look like where did she injure her shoulder? And to me, the most logical part of the replay where it looked like it appeared that she got injured was when she got slammed to the wall.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. If they were trying to get an angle going and she got injured during the angle, that would obviously suck.
Yeah. Any comments about this, Robert? It was your idea, I guess.
Okay.
Are you disappointed that the run is over?
So okay,
soon.
This episode of Raw started off with this, and she walked, towards the ring with the sling on her arm, and I didn't read any reports about it. I didn't hear anything about it. So to see her walk with that on was a surprise to me right off the bat. And then I think the first thing she said when she started speaking was, "You guys already heard about what happened," and I'm like, "No, I haven't." Like she said that as if we were supposed to know. I didn't know. So all of this was a surprise to me. I didn't hear anything about this, but so I was thrown off guard, because I wasn't aware of it prior to this segment, and. Yeah, I mean, it sucks because she's been on a great run. She's kind of, what's the term for these? I think they call them, like, what is it, tweeners? Or not tween, where they technically act like a heel, but they get, like, huge pops as if they're like a face. That she's basically that's what she is, and regardless of what she does, she always get huge pops, and her run has been really good. So I don't know, it's gonna suck. I hope she's not gone for too long, but yeah, we'll see. I don't. This is pretty much a horrible way to start off Raw with such bad news, but hopefully she comes back soon.
Liv Morgan was pretty funny coming out to laugh at her. I think they could use Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
This could be a good feud. I don't know how. It's another thing like CM Punk, though. I guess it's going to take a long time for her to come back from this. And I wonder if she'll be around. I guess she'll be hanging out with Judgment Day with a broken arm or something. Or should she just go away? What do you think, Vlad?
It looked like she was going away, is what I got.
Yeah, I think she's going to be away for a while.
Well, all right.
Yeah, obviously it's unfortunate. I mean, she's one of the best wrestlers, and I honestly think she's one of the best wrestlers in the whole business, men or women. She's tremendous. So of course it's unfortunate if she got legitimately injured, especially if she got legitimately injured working an angle with Liv Morgan, who I don't particularly like. So that to me,
yeah,
is
we
not
disagree
good.
About Liv Morgan. I think she's better than you do, but
well, I mean. Sure,
but yeah, I think they could keep her on the show. There's certain people that I think should go away because they're not useful if they're hurt, and there's certain.
I think she'll be gone if she has to have surgery. I mean, she has to do the surgery and the recovery if she actually has to have surgery. But she probably could come back, yes, if that's when she's able to, and be used in like backstage segments or stuff like that, like you said, or interviews, or I see that. Like they're using Punk right now, right? So yes.
Yeah, and certain people I think are very useful. Like in AEW, I wish Juice Robinson was around for the Bullet Club. Like even if he can't wrestle, like dude, that club is very affected by not having his presence and his charisma, because they were really cool when he was there, and now they're just very ordinary. But we'll discuss that later. Maybe I don't know if we have to. I don't know. But anyways, moving along. Hold on, give me 1 second to find the next bookmark. What else was here? Oh, this was R-Truth. When they revealed the new WWE World Tag Team titles to R-Truth and Miz. And R-Truth really got tripped up. I had thought initially that he was tripped out because they just looked really cool. But it turns out he thought Triple H fucking made him appear out of thin air, like he's a magician.
I've seen birds come out of that.
But the funniest line to me, Robert, was this one.
Wait a minute, this Houdini got you fooled too. But I see right through you, Tomasso Ciampa.
Dude, I literally burst out laughing.
So did I. I think everyone did.
Let me just try one more thing.
He does look like Tomasso Ciampa. He's the bigger version of Tomasso Ciampa, right?
Well, that's always been the running joke.
Yeah.
That Truth has been saying.
Truth.
That's why he calls them DX.
Yeah.
DX, Ciampa and Johnny
and Gargano.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Funny. All right. Well, I just wanted to give that a quick mention, a quick shout out, but I'm gonna move on from this segment. Cody Rhodes, I guess, again got to spend some time in the ring talking. Since he's the man now, gets as much time as he likes. Go out there and talk for 10, 20 minutes. I didn't honestly listen to it. If you guys know what he said or if he said anything interesting, I guess you can let me know. But it's more inspirational stuff, right? I'm guessing.
I can't recall anything specific from this specific promo.
Well, Jey Uso did end up coming out, and they paid respect to each other. Thanked each other for supporting each other, and I think Jay's in it for the World Heavyweight title. So they're not really going to cross paths, or he's not going to try to get
Cody was offering to help Jay.
Yeah, so that's that. Okay, so that's slight development in this Cody story. I guess we're waiting to see what's going to happen with Cody, or who's going to take him on or try to get that title off him. But I'm gonna move on from this to after the end of the match between Jey Uso and Finn Balor, which was won by Jey Uso, the world champ. Damian Priest, the newly crowned world champion from WrestleMania, did come into the ring and give him a look because, you know, he's been staking his claim to getting a title shot. And I think they're going to whoop his ass here. Judgment
I think he got the title shot already, right? He won the match. Yeah, so he's
No, he's next in line. So they got to show him who's boss. They got to.
But it looks like Priest wasn't too thrilled with it, right?
Yeah.
It looked like he didn't want them to beat him down.
I didn't notice that. So you think there's might be tensions being previewed here?
Maybe. Yeah, it seems like
to some kind of Judgment Day breakup or something.
I don't know. They've had tension before. They're still together. So I don't know.
Yeah.
They're the type of crew that works out their problems.
Yeah.
They can talk it out.
Maybe.
So Jey Uso did escape from them though. He ran away. He just bailed. He couldn't really do anything. But at least he didn't get beat down.
This next part I didn't particularly like. Okay, when he was running in. I don't know if you have to say
the tracking shot.
Well, the tracking shot is one thing, but then he runs in and then he sees Sami outside just staring up at this thing. The chances of that happening are like 0. That he'd just be standing there.
Well, Sami's up next. He has a match with
But why is he
Gable.
standing outside? The guy's okay. The tracking shot makes no sense either. Where is he going? Now that you mention it, Robert, why is he just leaving the building? Why is he
Judgment Day didn't chase him. They just gave up like that. Oh, he slipped through our fingers. Dang, he's gone.
I mean, it makes no sense. I have to admit. I mean,
I think they just like doing these type of long shots. Makes it look kind of.
Okay, it makes it look good when they're coming to the ring, not when he's leaving the arena. It makes no goddamn sense. And then he comes out. He's leaving without any of his shit. He has none of his gear.
He doesn't have a shirt on.
He doesn't have a shirt on. And then you see Sami just there. It's.
What is Sami doing? Is he looking at the moon or something?
I don't know what he's looking at.
Well, he is a werewolf.
What you doing out here? You know, Jay, over 25 years ago, the first show I ever saw in my life was in this building. All these years later, I come back tonight as a champion.
Well, it is weird that he was just in the middle of a beatdown and now he's out in the back doing
the same way I walked in.
a segment with Sami Zayn.
Yeah, it was dumb.
I had never seen that really. I guess it's kind of unique and creative, but okay.
But where is he going? Oh my god! I mean, why was Sami just standing there?
City in the world. Come on, follow me.
Well, this leads us into the main event of this evening. Also, another thing that Robert said, texted me that could be a topic.
Yeah, no, I mean it should be mentioned. It should be mentioned.
It was very difficult for me to come up with stuff to talk about today. I was worried.
Well, I do like this part of it where he's through the crowd and it's in his hometown, right? It's in Montreal. He's getting them fired up. Everybody seems to be fired up.
This is gonna be the end of the tracking shot right here.
Yeah, I like this shot right here too. To be honest, if they showed him just coming from like the crowd, like
the
like
John
that?
Moxley.
Well, we don't have to mention that name, but in a sense, this is a cool shot. But I just didn't like the stuff with Jay and then the stuff with them outside made no sense. But okay, this was a cool shot.
All right, so this leads to the Intercontinental main event, which Chad Gable is was Sami Zayn's trainer, right, for his WrestleMania match with Gunther.
Correct.
Got him ready, got him to win the title. They had a good match here.
Oh, it was
skipping
fantastic.
I'm skipping about 11 minutes though. It was like this is like 11 minutes in.
Yeah.
But all right, I mean, you guys want to give a review on this match? I'm not gonna play the whole thing because we can't do that.
I mean,
Yeah.
what can you
But-
say, really? It was two guys that are, I know Kayhan hates this word, workers. He doesn't like the word workers.
Get the
But
fuck
these
off
guys
my
are...
show.
Get the fuck
we
out
can't,
of here.
we can't break kayfabe.
Get out of here. Disconnect them, kick them out. No, but for real, these guys are really two guys that are really two good performers, and they put on a pretty...
Performers, there you go, yeah.
Performers may be better, I don't know.
Wrestlers, warriors.
They're great warriors.
Professional wrestlers.
Yeah,
According to
and
Bryan Daniels.
Yeah, no, and they are. They're really good. And this was a
The one thing
fantastic...
about Chad Gable though is that I don't think he cinches in his ankle lock quite. It doesn't look convincing like Kurt Angle's did. You know what I mean? But that's a small criticism. But yeah, and overall these guys take and give punches and kicks very well.
Yeah,
So, okay.
this was a very good match.
And then the funny part at the end was the angle where Sami Zayn goes to hug his wife, and then this is where we got the betrayal. That Chad Gable just comes up behind him and suplexes him while he's hugging his wife, which was pretty fucking funny. His wife, Sammy's wife, does pretty well here, going along with. She's not breaking kayfabe over there on the sidelines.
No, he's not like having a good time with it. She's legitimately worried that her husband is getting beat up, right?
Yeah. Well, okay. How about any comments about the angle where they did the betrayal after the match, after the loss? Could they have done it during the match?
No, I liked it the way it
No,
was.
I like the way they did it.
Yeah.
This was great.
Why is he doing this? Because he's just mad that he lost?
I think so.
Couldn't handle it? Just
Yeah, I think that's what the
just
announcer
snapped.
tried to kind of get across, that he's been frustrated with the fact that he hasn't been able to win this title, even though he's had multiple opportunities. The loss to Gunther and now the last to Sami. He finally gets snapped. I don't know. It looks like he's. I mean, I know this is like a weird way to put an ankle lock on this during on the ropes, but I thought that looked pretty solid.
No, that looked cool. I thought that was a good way to end the show with a beat.
It was a great way.
Oh yeah.
I thought this was a. I mean, yeah. I think Gable could be a good heel, but if they not like a ridiculous heel as he was with the whole whatever that group that he had that.
Oh yeah.
I think as
the
a
Alpha
legit
Academy.
Alpha, whatever they're called. Yeah, is that what they're called? Alpha Academy with Otis and Maxine Dupree or whatever. I mean, that was just dumb. This guy is a great wrestler.
Shush.
Exactly. I mean, at least he's not even doing the shush. I mean, maybe he'll come bring it back now that he's a heel. I don't know. But either way, I mean, I kind of like him in this role, and we'll see. We'll see. I think him and Sami could have a good angle here that could, definitely
Okay.
go
All right.
forward.
So I kind of do want to talk about Dynamite just because we haven't covered AEW for quite a while.
We should.
And
Because, it's AEW. We should.
yeah, I know it's not that good right now, but I guess it's the old pastime where we kind of just rail on AEW. This is the fun part, right? At this point, we don't really expect it to be good.
No. I mean, unless Robert thought it was good.
I don't remember too much from
That's true.
this past.
That's
gonna
the
have to
problem
episode,
with Dynamite. There's so many things that happen is that nothing really registers. Sometimes it's crazy, wild shit too, but it's just too many things.
You're going to have to remind us,
Left,
Keon.
right, left,
I think
right.
Adam Copeland Edge had a match with one of the Lucha Brothers. I want to say I forgot. I don't remember who he fought, but he had a pretty decent match. But I think it was one of the Lucha Brothers.
Penta.
There you go.
Well, are you enjoying the show, Robert? Like, are you still watching it and enjoying stuff? Like, you're getting a kick out of these 5-star matches?
What 5-star matches?
Exactly. Which one
All
of
of
them?
them. Edge versus Penta.
Who gave it 5 stars?
Me. I give that one 5 stars. These are all bangers, dude. These are all fucking all these dream matches that Edge can face anybody, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the episode.
Will Ospreay against Claudio Castagnoli, another banger. Another
All right,
5-star.
I did. Well, I enjoy most of a lot of Will Ospreay matches, so that wasn't too much of a surprise. Like that was
Orange
decent.
Cassidy against Shane Taylor, another banger. 5 stars, another one. All right, well, let's go through the card. Let's
Really,
just get some
5
quick
stars.
comments. So you guys, in case you said you don't remember some of it, I'll remind you here. All right. Oh yeah, Moxley came out. He's the IWGP New Japan World Heavyweight Champion. Can you believe this? Isn't that a big deal, Robert? Jesus. I mean, we got Seth Rollins, Roman, and Moxley still at the top of the business, baby.
What other people say.
I'm waiting for Vlad to say. Well, look,
I mean, I know you're joking. That's why. I mean, he's not even the champion of his own company, but he's the champion of a Japanese company. It's stupid. It's beyond stupid.
well, he did say something about this about AEW that I thought was it explained the whole show to me. Because up till now, I always thought it was stupid, fake, phony bullshit. But after I hear,
What did Moxley say? Because I only half listened.
listen to this. This is the best explanation for AEW that I've ever heard.
I'm all yours now.
Not if they knew what was inside me.
This is what AEW is all
That
about.
is what this is all about. When your back is against the wall, how deep can you dig? When you feel like you've got nothing left, when you're choking on your own blood, how deep are you willing to dig? How far are you willing to go? Are you willing to dare to be great, to prove the doubters wrong, to show the world? That's what AEW is about.
Yeah. So there you go, Vlad. You see, so when people are like kicking out of a fourth finishing move or whatever, and you're like thinking, "Oh my God, this is so
For
fake," but
some
really,
reason, I
it's
thought
because they're digging down deep. That's where they pull it out of them and they kick out one more time. You know what I mean?
You know, I was such an idiot because I actually thought you were about to play me something where this guy actually said something of relevance and made some sense and actually explained why AEW is in the state that it's currently in. But instead, you play me the same bullshit that this guy says every single promo about how he's the baddest of the bad and he'll bleed and he'll kill somebody to win matches.
Deep in his guts.
Deep in his guts, that he'll bleed all over if he has to. He'll slice somebody's throat if he has to. Dude, whatever. Shut the hell up. Go do your death matches. Go kiss some guy on some independent show and shut the fuck up, man. Really, this guy pisses me off to no end.
Oh my God. All right.
All right.
All right. There's a take. Robert, any thoughts from you?
Well, not necessarily.
I know you don't agree to the same extent.
Well, no. Okay, I don't. But no. But so I don't really necessarily have a
You
comment
like
on the
Moxley.
promo.
You're a Moxley fan.
Not as big as you probably think I am. I don't hate him, but no. But what I do want to comment on, because you mentioned, look at Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and John Moxley are the top of the business still. So I don't remember if I ever said this to you a long time ago, but I did think of many years ago when the Shield first broke up, that I thought of the three of them as like the 2012 Oklahoma City Thunder when they had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. Those were the three guys that, you know, when they go their separate ways, they're gonna be huge stars. Yeah. And that's what I thought the Shield was. Then it looks to be true. Like, regardless of how you feel about John Moxley, you can't deny that they're three really big stars in the business.
Yeah, for the indie / AEW / New Japan world, Moxley is as big as it gets. People still like him, I guess. The people who like that kind of stuff. So, okay.
I'm not going to say anymore about this guy.
Okay. All right. So I'm just saying, like, you know, he's okay, fine. You guys don't like Moxley. I don't really hate him, but you know,
I think Kayhan's okay with him. I think Kayhan's more okay.
So, I'm not a fan of his matches, but that's an AEW problem, not just a Moxley problem. But like the way they're using Will Ospreay right now, like Will Ospreay does everything that he knows how to do in every match, no matter who he's wrestling against. And I think Moxley does a garbage death match every time he has a match, no
Well,
matter who he's wrestling against.
I like the Will Ospreay matches better than Moxley's.
That's because you like the style.
Yeah, I could deal with a Moxley death match maybe once in a while or once a year, if that's his thing, where it reaches a crescendo, and then at WrestleMania he has this crazy death match where he gets all demented. But when you do it every single time, it just kind of it kills it, especially because it's not that good. But yeah, I'm not a big Moxley fan, but I don't hate him. I don't, I do think he's kind of bad for the business, though. It kind of sells out. His style of wrestling kind of sells out the business, if you know what I mean. But I'm going to move on from Moxley, okay? I don't want to spend all day on Moxley. Let's see what else I have bookmarked here, because there's a lot of things. So Robert was right. Edge did have a 5-star match with Penta.
I did not say it was 5 stars.
Yes, it was.
Well, actually, it wasn't with Penta. That was another week. That was last week, right?
Who was
This
it?
week,
Who was it?
he was supposed to have a mixed tag team match with Willow.
Oh, okay.
against House of
I got the episodes mixed up. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, because we skipped a week. We didn't cover
Right.
Dynamite,
So it was Pac and right. Was it?
No, it was
Yeah.
him and Willow versus. Who was it?
This match on this night is supposed to be Edge and Willow, who got beat up in the back by House of Black, supposedly, against
not Pac.
House of Black.
House of Black.
Brodie
there you
Lee
go.
Brodie King.
and Brodie King.
Brody King, yeah.
And Julia Hart, which was very weird to me because they carried on with this mixed tag. Like, Julia's on the apron, but she's never going to get in the match because there's no woman on the other side. You know what I mean? She's just there to kind of hit Edge whenever the referee's distracted. But I thought it was funny that she literally technically can't get into this match because there's no chick on the other side that could tag in. I've never seen that before, but okay. But Willow did end up coming back. How did this match end? Willow getting involved with a guy, crossbodies Brodie King there. Julia Hart wants no part of this, but I think they end up winning, House of Black does, because Julia nails Willow on the head with a chain, and that's going to lead to a submission move, the Heartless, and I think she's going to get saved by Sasha Banks. Mercedes Moné came to Willow's rescue, and then I think there's a little rehash of the moment where she was holding the chair and looking at Willow the same thing they did last time. Edge in the ring with Sasha Banks, that's kind of some star power, I guess. But Vlad, what do you think of this Mercedes Moné signing so far? Some people are saying it's a bust. That we didn't play a promo from last week, which was a backstage pre-tape where some people are saying she sounds phony and like she sounds like she's reciting memorized lines.
The promo where the backstage segment where she was just wailing away last week was one of the worst things I've ever seen. No, look, the thing is, I think she is a talented performer in the ring, but I think as far as the stuff, like the promo stuff, when you're produced by WWE, some people really do need it. They need it. Some people, men or women, can be off the cuff and they have a creative side that they don't need to be produced. They don't need writers. They don't need a script. I think Mercedes Moné is one of those that does, based on what I've seen so far in AEW. I think she'll have a good match based on what I've known of her work. But the stuff that she's been doing has not been good. The stuff that's leading up to the stuff with Willow, the stuff that she did where she was getting attacked backstage was honestly one of the worst things I've ever seen.
It's not awful. Really the writing or the booking. It's a fine angle. It's normal, but it's just she's not really doing well, right? Is that your sense?
No, I don't know if it's a fine angle. I'm not really sure what the angle is yet. I mean, I know it's supposed to be working with Willow. I don't remember her having these type of problems when she was being properly given the proper material in WWE, is what I'm saying. So I don't know.
Okay, Robert, if you have any comments about that, or else I'll move on.
So far, it hasn't been that great. Her run in AEW so far it hasn't been that great, but I don't know. I want to give it some more time, and we'll see if it gets any better from here.
I think we should see the match
Because
first.
it has been, you know, it hasn't been that long since she debuted, so we'll see. But
Yeah,
so far,
if she has a banger like 5-star match, then that's kind of
you
like
and your 5-star matches.
that's gonna alleviate
You and
a
your
lot of-
bangers.
Oh goodness.
after
Well, I don't
banger,
know.
after
We'll see.
banger. Sheamus.
Yeah, but yeah, her debut was just a few weeks ago, so I want to give it some more time, and we'll see what happens. But as it stands right now, it hasn't been that great.
Yes, agreed.
All right, let me move along. We're trying to jet through this. There was a sit down with Samoa Joe. I don't remember any of it. I'm just mentioning that it happened. Got interviewed about Swerve Strickland and his upcoming title defense against Swerve at the Dynasty pay-per-view, which is tomorrow as we're recording. So people might have the results of
Wow, I
this if they.
totally forgot about that. Holy crap, that it was tomorrow.
Yeah. So we're gonna cover that maybe on our next week recording, but we're not gonna have that on for you guys tomorrow when we release this. But we'll see what happens. After that, backstage stuff. Oh, I think we found out that the Young Bucks and FTR match is gonna be a ladder match.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be a good match. What do you think of that, Vlad? Think that could be a good match, or you not care about the Young Bucks? Are you gonna dismiss anything that has to do with the Young Bucks? Or people used to get excited for Young Bucks FTR matches.
Yeah, I mean, the
fourth
match
one.
itself, I think could end up being fine, but am I excited about it? Not particularly. No, I can't say that, and I don't have a lot to say about this whole thing. But could it
What
be a
did
good match?
What did Tony Khan say here? I didn't realize that he talked.
He was scared for his life.
Lower it. There you go. A little bit lower. Let's go. A little bit lower. There you go.
What did he say?
I did enjoy the part where they were showing a promo package, and then the Young Bucks just cut them off like, hey, you know what? No, let's stop it, and then who cares about the promo? And then they interrupted. I thought that was pretty hilarious.
Whose
But
Whose promo was it? I don't even remember.
you didn't.
Oh,
I
it was
forgot.
Oh, it was the promo to the-
FTR.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
No, didn't pay
Interesting.
enough attention to that.
All right, so this led to a match. I think it's a 6-man tag. It's the Elite with Okada and the Young Bucks against Daniel Garcia, right? Who came out and did the dance. Thank you, Daniel Garcia, for that. Penta, El Cerro Miedo, and Pac. So 2/3 of Death Triangle with Daniel Garcia against the Elite. I mean, I don't really remember anything from this match. Matt Jackson got on the microphone, talks during the match, because they're EVPs, they could do whatever they want. And they ended up winning with a Rainmaker on Daniel Garcia. Took that well. Made him look good with that one. And they're going to do a post-match beatdown too, because they're heels. So they're going to beat up on Daniel Garcia. And Tony Schiavone's yelling the whole time, like, somebody should stop this, but they can't do anything. Because they're EVPs, right? So no one's going to stop them. No one wants to lose their job, you know? But I think in the end, Pac comes with he finds a hammer somewhere. And scares them all off.
Sure.
So there's that. So I don't really know why they had this match with these guys, because they're feuding with FTR, but they just had a random match with Pac and everybody. So.
I could be wrong. Now, is it Okada supposed to fight Pac? Or...
Okay, all right. So that part I get, but Daniel Garcia and Penta, I don't know.
No, I don't know,
Okay.
man.
Yeah,
No one's
I
trying to
don't
help.
know.
Yeah, no.
I'm trying to make logical sense of the booking here. There's
That
always something that we could have
That
missed on
ship has
Rampage.
sailed, my friend.
Well, we still gotta try. We still
I see.
try.
Let's try it. Yeah.
But yeah, this could be something that could have festered on Rampage or Collision, and then we wouldn't have seen it, because I've been having a hard time keeping up with all them shows. It's too many.
I haven't watched Rampage and Collision in a long time, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I usually leave them on at least, but I might not really remember or register what happens all the time. At least it's just on in the background. But okay, moving along here. Oh, this is the Jericho hook angle. Vlad, you want to talk bad about this one? This is a weird angle.
I'm not sure what to say about this one. Let's run it for a bit, because I actually can't remember everything that happened, except that I think Taz got knocked down or something.
He just got pushed, but stayed down for the longest time.
Yeah, he's trying to convince Hook that should be his mentor, right? And Hook doesn't want to do it because he thinks he's a snake.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows that he is, basically.
Think about everybody in AEW who have listened to my perfect parables, who have listened to my pearls of wisdom, have gotten to the next level. All of them.
Right.
MJF, Orange Cassidy, Eddie Kingston, Danny Garcia, John Moxley, Ospreay. All of them, so many more, have gotten to the next level. Everyone that's come into the Jericho vortex has come out the other side a better performer, a better wrestler.
This is what Jim Cornette was talking about, but exactly the opposite.
This guy actually believes that any of those. Well,
I think he's trolling the people who've been making fun of him. Because the people who talk shit about him are saying that the Jericho vortex is where wrestlers go to die. He's literally using the same verbiage.
Yeah.
And the opposite way. So it's kind of getting heat in a way.
Yeah.
But
I mean, for sure that, yes, no one has gotten over working with Jericho. That's a fact.
You kidding me? This guy's a wizard.
No, yes. Indeed he is.
He's a wizard at making wrestlers' pushes disappear.
That's right.
That's been surrounding you your entire life.
What? I would not consider Taz.
Chris, you got to calm down. You got to stop. Please. Hook?
He's saying Hook didn't have a good father, basically. That he didn't come up in a good environment. So he's talking shit about Taz right in front of him.
If that's the case, Christian would be the perfect mentor.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
If he needs a father.
Good one.
Telling you how good you are, telling you you're a future world champion, including this man right here. But right here, right now, you're not ready. You are not as good as you think you are, Hook. Chris, you're getting... Oh, what the...
His neck.
It's his knee. It's his knee.
But he retired because of his neck.
But they were trying to sell his knee, the commentators.
The pushed him real bad. So that's going to lead to Hook kind of
just laid his
taking Jericho by the lapels. And
I'd like to, Jericho. You crossed the line. You want to see how good I am? I'll show you again. Anytime, any place, anywhere. Now get out of my ring.
Wow, his Hook.
So
you don't mean this. Come on, you don't.
Looks like it's going to be a match between Jericho and Hook. Is that not good or what? I don't know.
No, nobody cares about this. I'm sorry. This is dumb. Gives a shit. Jericho Hook. I'm sorry. What the hell? What are we doing? Why?
What's going to become of it? Jericho is gonna turn heel, or he's gonna do something bad to Hook?
Isn't he kind of already a heel because of this whole thing? Isn't he acting heelish?
Yeah, well, maybe he's genuine though. Maybe he really wants to help Hook, and this is just the end of Jericho. Like, yeah, people don't even want to fucking take his advice anymore. It's just a sad.
No, it's definitely not the end of Jericho, man. No, unfortunately not. He should go away for a while. He should just go away for a year at least, so we don't have to think about him. But unfortunately, he knows where his bread is buttered, so that ain't happened. But yeah, no, nothing that he's been involved with since maybe the first 6 months of AEW. Ever since then has been a disaster. He's ruined. I mean, I remember you saying that because of the way he's been in AEW, he's ruined his legacy. He was considered for a while one of the maybe greatest of all time. At least he was on par. But after his run in AEW, I think nobody thinks that. He's only hurt his legacy.
Unless hopefully no one's seen it. Like, it'd just be like a period of time that was just like...
No, man.
Only 800,000 people are watching.
Do you remember that time when AEW was followed by like the NBA, and everybody that didn't know that was watching basketball was saying like, what happened to Jericho? Like, how did this become of Jericho? What's he doing in this company? Why is he so out of shape? And things like that. People know that unfortunately he went to the secondary company, and this is what became of him. I will say that he is in better shape than he was then now, so I'll give him.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah.
I'll give him a little bit of credit. He did get in better shape.
Well, yeah, he was drinking too much of that Chris Jericho champagne. Yeah. A little bit of the bubbly.
A little bit of the bubbly, yeah.
That's an easy way to gain weight, man. Drinking alcohol.
Yeah, no, probably that's what it was. Especially if champagne, that would probably gain some weight. But the point is that he's hurt his legacy. I don't want to talk about his weight too much because that is what it is. But he has hurt his legacy being in AEW. So no, I just want him to go away. I want him to kind of go away because nothing that he's involved with is good. It's gonna ruin Hook.
What if he just loses to Hook here?
What's that?
What if he just does a job for Hook?
Who cares? He's done jobs for other people. He did jobs for Orange Cassidy. He's done so many jobs.
Action Andretti. But that's what he thinks. If he does a job, that he's helping the business. He's helping the youngsters.
No, because that's not the way. Unless these guys unless you think that these guys are already going to become something. I don't think Hook is anywhere near ready to become something. The only way he's going to become something is not in this company. He has to go to WWE development, and they'll be able to come up with something. If Taz is smart, that's what he would tell him to do. Like, hey, this is how you actually become a star. You're not going to become a star in AEW. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen for Hook here. That's just my opinion on the matter. It's not going to happen. Not to guarantee that it's going to happen in WWE either, but I'm saying there's a chance, at least in WWE. There's no chance in AEW.
All right, Robert, it's up to you if you want to make a comment about Chris Jericho. Otherwise, I'll move on with the show.
I don't care for the angle, so no.
All right. Man, no one wants to touch Chris Jericho too.
Yeah, no, it's more than fair.
All right, so next up is Mariah May coming out as Toni Storm, which she's really good at being Toni Storm. This stuff is pretty funny. Actually, I will give the Toni Storm stuff some praise for this episode. Because I don't think we've praised anything yet, but I think Toni Storm was pretty funny here. She's gonna come out with her protege, Mariah May, who was dressing up like the way she used to, and they're facing off against Deonna Purrazzo, the Virtuosa, who's coming out with a really cool outfit today, man. I gotta say.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, man, her ring attire gear, top level. But yeah, how did this end? This ended with a roll-up, I think. Deonna Purrazzo wins the match, and it's going to be a post-match attack on Deonna Purrazzo right away after the match.
Watching her protege get upstaged and obviously taking it very personally.
And Thunder Rosa comes out.
Oh, look at this, guys. The woman,
So Thunder Rosa makes the save, but I think Deonna Purrazzo is going to still be like, I didn't need you to make the save.
Deonna Purrazzo.
Ungrateful.
This was in response to what happened the week before, though.
Yeah.
When Purrazzo tried to help
Thunder Rosa,
and Thunder Rosa didn't didn't want the help. So this was basically a reverse of what happened the week before.
I see.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying as close attention last week, maybe.
Oh,
but yeah, so Toni Storm sneaks up on Thunder Rosa here. Was going to get her in a Storm Zero, but she ends up reverses it and counters. Man, that sock in the face. Man, Toni Storm selling top level right here. Look at this the sock she takes from her face, man. She is so good. She's got to go back to WWE, man. She's fucking great. And then she gets lipstick on her face. Another cool scene, another cool shot of Toni Storm getting bad lipstick job from Thunder Rosa. So this is good wrestling, though.
I don't think this is a punishment for Toni Storm because didn't she do something like that to herself anyways? Like, did she put lipstick all over her face at one point?
Yeah, she did. Not like this.
Not like that, okay, but still.
It was embarrassing, man. What a trauma for poor Toni Storm.
Yeah, but I think again, last week, right? Didn't she Toni Storm, this is like payback for what she did.
What happened last week?
Last week, where she's like, okay, that's a great shot.
You paused at the right
You
moment.
paused it
That's
almost
awesome.
at a perfect.
And Luther too. Luther is just like
His face.
the perfect butler.
Yeah, but what I was saying is that yes, this was payback for what they did to Thunder Rosa last week, where they like took off her paint and stuff with the water, right, and messed with her face and stuff like that. So
Right.
yeah.
All right, so let me move on. Let's see what else is next. The AEW fucking odyssey through this Dynamite, man. It's so much. Oh, next was Bullet Club Gold, which I mentioned during our Raw review that I miss Juice Robinson. But they're feuding with the Acclaimed, who they just broke up with. They were a big 6-man stable. Now they're going to have like a 3-on-3 match, I'm guessing. I didn't really even listen to this. But,
I don't care.
but yeah, what a disservice to Jay White, man. I mean, the main event of All in London should be Will Ospreay against Jay White, if I was booking. But nope, instead Jay White's down here in the Trios division for Ring of Honor. So, okay. That's all I'll say about that. I'm kind of sad that Jay White is falling down the card. When he was feuding with MJF, that was awesome. That was fucking great. That was where he belonged. Yeah, so...
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm a Jay White fan.
We'll agree to
Especially when he has
disagree.
juice there.
Oh, if he had juice, we could talk. Them being a tag team, maybe yes.
The
So, yeah, I didn't
original
really listen to
daddy.
the
I didn't catch the shirt. It said or the original daddy.
Oh yeah, Billy Gunn's T-shirt. That's not a bad shirt. I would buy that one. I'll buy that one. All right, let's see what's next. Orange Cassidy against Shane Taylor Promotions.
Oh my god.
Which I'm a fan of Shane Taylor. I mean, I like how he hypes himself up when he goes into the ring. Because nobody's going to hype him up, so he has to be his own hype man. And he's gotten a little stable going so far. More of a Ring of Honor thing. But here he is fighting Orange Cassidy, and he's going to get popped in the face real hard with an orange punch. But it was like a 9-minute match, but poor guy just took the loss here to Orange Cassidy. Fair and square. And then this leads to a post-match attack by Shane Taylor's guys. And I think Christopher Daniels was going to make the save, but Trent Beretta, who turned on Orange Cassidy a couple weeks ago, another thing that we also didn't really cover. But yeah, a big betrayal. Trent and the best friends are broken up. But they're going to... Trent makes sure that the post-match beatdown goes through, that Shane Taylor gets to pop Orange Cassidy back in the face, socked him real good. And then they get to brag that they beat up Orange Cassidy after losing a match fair and square. So I don't know. This doesn't really help Shane Taylor at all, to be honest. They try to act like they did something here, but this is terrible. This is bad. But yeah, I'm gonna forward through this. I'm sure Vlad doesn't really want to comment on any Orange.
I got nothing
stuff, right?
on that. I got 0.
Nothing. Robert, did you want to comment on an Orange Cassidy segment, or should we just move along? Orange Cassidy used to be our highest ratings mover on our channel, man.
No, well, maybe not this segment, but the week before when Trent turned on Orange Cassidy, that I didn't see that coming. So hey, I guess.
Oh yeah.
We're the people are no longer getting what they want, right? It's not
I
happening.
mean, I got what I wanted. Somebody knocking out Orange Cassidy, but I
Did he say why?
I wish somebody did it legitimately.
Well, no, he whispered something to Chris Statlander, but it was never revealed what it was.
Oh, so they haven't revealed it yet. Maybe
not yet.
Maybe they'll work it out. Maybe
I forgot if it was this episode or the episode the
I think
week
it was
before. Last week, yeah. Because Chris Statlander approached Trent and asked him why did you do that, and he whispered something to her. Obviously, we couldn't hear it, and then I don't think this episode revealed what it was either. It was interesting when that happened. The whisper, I was like, okay, the Rock whispered something to Cody a few weeks back that was never revealed or Was it? I think it was. Oh yeah, wait, no. He didn't say.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. But then now AEW is doing AEW is now doing their own whisper thing, but whatever. But yeah, this segment, it's pretty forgettable.
I wonder what it is. I guess I'm interested to find out why that great friendship broke up. It's real sad. Hopefully, we'll see them reunite someday. I mean,
they weren't really best. They weren't really best friends.
Well, hopefully they were, man. They really made me believe in friendship. Now I'm thinking if Trent can turn on Orange Cassidy, maybe one of you guys stab me in the back one day when I'm at the bar drunk, and you could just kind of push me into
hit you with a beer bottle.
Yeah, that'd be easy. It'd be an easy pickings right there.
I mean, you're already gonna be a hot mess. It'll be easy. You will never see that coming.
Come on, Kayhan. Not everybody is Trent, okay?
That's true.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
I'm not saying that's gonna happen. I'm just saying it'd be hilarious.
Well, let me move on with the rest. Finish off this Dynamite. Let's see what else we had. We had a Roderick Strong video package talking about how he used to be friends with Kyle O'Reilly in other companies. I don't know why. I guess that'll be a good match. Kyle O'Reilly against Roderick Strong. If they can have a match together, it'll be a great match.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, not into this Undisputed Kingdom stuff. So I'm forwarding unless people want to talk about Roderick Strong here.
Oh, I'm interested in only because I did watch NXT around the time when they were still a group. What were they called? I forgot what they were called. But it was Roderick Strong. There was Kyle O'Reilly. There was
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, yeah. So I kind of know their history, but so that's the only reason why I'm interested. And I like both of them. Oh, I like Roderick Strong a little more, but the angle probably needs a little bit more buildup. But then Dynasty.
Yeah, I will say it hasn't really made me excited for it.
Right.
I will say it could be a good match, but
I'm sure it will be. But they just didn't build it up enough.
Yeah. All right, let me see what else we got. This is the main event. This is the 5-star banger. Will Ospreay against Claudio Castagnoli. I mean, just on paper, it's like, oh my god. Okay. So this was 15 minutes, and it ended with look at this crazy move Will Ospreay does. Woo! But it wasn't the finish though. I guess he has another one where he kind of elbows you in the back of the head. But that was the conclusion of this. Yeah, back elbow.
Well, goddamn! I mean, the first move looked so much better. Why would that not be the finish? Oh, Jesus Christ!
It says his elbow's kind of fake looking. That back elbow.
Why would the move that actually look decent?
This one looks like he's just kind of grazing over the air over his head.
I don't know.
Right, Robert? Do you think this looks good or what?
Well, no, not from that angle for sure. That's part of the problem is where they decided to catch that move is from that angle. It's gonna look really bad.
It should be from the side or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is another problem with Will Ospreay, man. He's getting used in every single episode to have a 5-star banger match, and it's like, dude, do that at the pay-per-view only. So I'm a little frustrated with the booking of Will Ospreay. I think it could have been. I think they dropped the ball. It's already been fucked up, in my opinion. But okay. Anyways, Don Callis family.
I mean, whose booking is good in AEW? I mean, can you name me one person that's being booked well in AEW? Maybe
MJF was booked well for a long time.
It was until it wasn't, right? And then
they turned face and joined Adam Cole and stuff. But before that,
maybe Samoa Joe is still booked fine, I would say. But and slightly Swerve, slightly. But everybody else is being booked like the absolute shits, in my opinion. So I don't know whose booking is actually good in AEW for the most part. For the most part, no one. So it's not surprising that Will Ospreay. I don't like him as much as you two guys do, especially. I mean, I don't even believe some of the stuff Kayhan is saying, the 5-star bangers. I think that's all just a bunch of... I think he's trying to be funny because there's no way he believes that all these matches are 5-star bangers, but...
Well, I don't think they're 5 stars, but I think the issue is they shouldn't be going up there and trying to bring the house down on a Dynamite sometimes, Don't have a 5-star match. Have just something. Have like just a short 5-6 minute thing.
Okay.
Have a fuck ending. But you shouldn't go for like the best match you could possibly have every single time, no matter who you're facing. Whether you're facing fucking Penta or fucking Shane Taylor or anybody. Like save that for like All In against Jay White. Then go have a banger. You know what I mean?
I agree with you, but the only thing is, if I was in that audience, like I showed up live, I love it. That's if I was there, you know.
This is a TV show. It's
I know. Like I said, I agree with you. But if I was a live audience in that live audience,
that's their
I would
problem.
appreciate it.
AEW they might think like that. You're right that they want to give the crowd a good show, but it's to the detriment of the logic, unfortunately. You know. But all right, so
yeah, you could still have a good show and not have your a guy that you're trying to get over go 20 minutes with a guy that you're not trying to go over with, and have him kick out of all the moves and have him have to do everything to this guy that you're not even pushing. So I agree. I mean, he's going to have this match with Daniel Bryan that's supposed to be this otherworldly match, but he's already had these other good matches. I actually don't see how he's going to have a better match than the one that he had with he's had one with Hobbs. He's had with
Claudio. This one was good. This one was
Claudio
solid.
The take a shit guy that's in the ring. He's pretty good. He had a good match with him. Obviously, he had that match with Omega where they dropped each other on their heads. What a 5-star classic that was, right? Paralyzing each other left and right. But yes, I agree with Kayhan in practice and in theory that yes, you should not be having these type of matches on a weekly basis if you're going towards the pay-per-view where you're supposed to have this quote-unquote classic between two guys that are supposed to be two of the best in-ring performers, right? So yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, we got that point across, I think. Let's move along to the end of the show. The last thing that happened had to do with Swerve and Joe. Oh no, wait. I forgot to mention the post-match here. Will Ospreay showed a little sense of breaking away from this group because they're kind of involved with this post-match beatdown.
All right, yeah.
And he doesn't really want to be doing that.
He wasn't good with it, yeah.
So then Moxley comes to the ring and makes the save because he doesn't want his guy getting beaten up. But yeah, Will Ospreay is gonna basically walk away all pissed off. There he is. There's the shot of Will Ospreay storming off pissed off. So it's probably going to be a breakup. He's probably going to go single, and he's probably going to be a babyface because he's just got to be. Will Ospreay is a babyface.
I mean, he's getting cheered too much to be in that stable. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So
yeah, and it really made sense for him to be in that group to begin with.
Yeah, if he wants to be a heel, I think he should do it on his own, not with Don Callis. But anyways, the last thing was Swerve coming out to talk about the match with Joe, and it would lead to an altercation between them. And Joe came out, and Swerve did that foot stomp off the top rope to all the security guards, which is really crazy, man.
I thought that was a cool landing.
Oh yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
And then the crowd chanted "Holy shit" for that. And how did this get physical? Oh, Prince Nana distracted Joe for a second for Swerve to get the upper hand, but he went to the top rope and he's gonna get knocked down. He took too long to go to the top rope. So Joe's gonna grab him, push him off, muscle buster his ass, and that's the end, basically, until we find out what happens tomorrow night. So there's Dynamite. I guess Vlad would say that he thinks the show is in a very low place.
Very low.
Like to the lowest
it's ever been.
If it was a real show where they were trying to sell tickets and make money, they'd be going out of business.
Well, I'm not going to quote what Punk said about them again because it's all been said, but I happen to agree that it seems to be their quote-unquote business model. They're not in it for the money, they're just in it for the idea of having a good match,
All right, then. Well, I guess that'll be our Dynamite review for this week. We went around the horn for WWE 2. So that's our wrestling talk for this week. That'll end our segment here. Please like and subscribe, by the way. And I'm back. Kayhan is back. What do you think of that, guys? Kayhan.
Whoa! That's what I got to say. He's
all right,
back.
So all you people who unsubscribed, you could subscribe back now because
if we lost anybody
in the
definitely
world.
should. Yeah, that's ridiculous. We shouldn't have lost anybody in the first place, but now we should gain people.
We'll see. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much.